Mr. President, I'd like to rise today to talk regarding the Burr Amendment, which has been offered to the underlying education bill. This is an amendment that, as I understand it, has been modified recently, but it still has some of the flaws that it's had all along. And that is that it tells states that if you invest in your kids, you're penalized, which I think is the wrong message. And I would hope that this amendment can be defeated on that basis alone. It also happens to be bad for some states because, for instance, in my home state of Ohio, we would lose an estimated $70 million because we do invest in our children who are poor, who are vulnerable. And therefore, because the formula changes, we get less money in Ohio. I hope states that are affected one way or another, though, look at this from a policy perspective and understand that certainly in this federal K-12 education bill, we ought not be telling the states, like my home state of Ohio, because you invest more in your kids, somehow you are penalized. So I know that the Burr Amendment was changed to reach a different level before this formula change would occur. I think it's $17 billion now. It's $14.4 billion. This means that this change won't occur for a few years, as I understand it. But the same problem remains. We hope this authorization will last through that period and that we won't be back here revisiting this on the floor of the Senate. Therefore, I would urge my colleagues on both sides of the aisle, and I know there's opposition on both sides of the aisle to this amendment, to stand tall and to say, let's not tell the states that if you invest in kids who come from some of the lowest income school jurisdictions in our country, that somehow you're going to be penalized under a new formula. This amendment is a mistake because it fails to take into account that the cost of education in different parts of the country differ. And again, it penalizes states that invest more in education. I urge my colleagues to vote no on the Burr Amendment. And I yield back my time.